What's going on, guys? I'm Kel. Welcome to my channel, 64-Bit Kel. I'm making this channel essentially just as a place to kind of document my journey getting into the cybersecurity field space. Me specifically, I'd like to be in cloud security. I'm still doing a little research, trying to figure out all the different paths, where to start out, and really how to fully dive into this. But I did want to just make this as not only a resource for myself, but for other people who are in a similar position and just wanted to just find someone else who was kind of going through the same process as them. But to kind of give a little bit more about myself, my name is Kel. I am 23. I am currently coming from a safety and compliance / security background, more physical security. I've been doing physical security for probably about the past several years. Got experience everywhere from doing regular foot patrol security, doing flex security, doing rover patrols, doing like entry-level SOC operator roles. So I do have a fair bit of experience when it comes to security. More recently, I got into the safety and compliance role working with the Boilermakers Union. I just got done working with Martinez Refining Company, contracted through On Point Industrial. I was a safety technician in that role, really more just doing fire watch, hole watch, auto watch, ensuring that people were staying within, the safety guidelines and, completing the job to the best of their ability. But just a little bit more about my background. As far as school, I do not currently have a degree. I currently am pursuing my degree in computer science and economics. I am changing my major currently from computer science to information technology at the moment. I'll talk a bit about more of that in a second. A couple of the schools I went to San Francisco State University. Started as a business major, didn't really pan out. Wasn't really for me, as well as that year was 2020. Not sure if all of you are familiar with it, but that was a COVID year, so it was really difficult to kind of transition into that college space while also being fully remote. Another college that I went to after that was a local college, Los Medanos College. There I was, I actually took a couple mechanic classes. At the time I was wanting to shift into that field, kind of trying to get a feel for what I wanted to do, trying things out. Was also diving headfirst into some entrepreneurship at the time. I started a car detailing business, tried to start a clothing brand, all the things that along the line I realized I needed a little bit more of a better starting point. I needed something that had me with some stability so that I could put a little more time and effort into these other things. So after finishing up some of those classes, I again realized that being a mechanic, while it is something I'm super interested in, love being hands-on, love working on cars, it's probably just not something that I want to do for work. So moving on from that, a friend of mine, actually still on this course, got me into doing computer science. At first it was really interesting. There was a lot of group engagement on what we wanted to do, what we planned to do, all kind of head first, just really excited about it. But after about a year going through it, I realized that's not really what I wanted to do, I wanted to get into. So I made the transition into also doing economics, just so I can get myself some other type of usefulness in the job field. But that brings me to where I am now, where I'm realizing I'm really not the coding type. While I do have light knowledge on things like Python, Linux, Bash, I'm not like by any means a programmer. I do have plenty of knowledge when it comes to things like fixing up computers, troubleshooting a network. In some of my security roles, we've worked with ticketing systems, so there's also that experience that I have bringing into this field. So yeah, that's just a little bit about myself. As far as my current standing point in getting into the tech field, I've been studying for my Security Plus. That's one of my major goals. I recently got my Google Cybersecurity certification. Google Cybersecurity Professional, my bad, don't mess that up. In that course, I will say there is a lot of information. So the first time I went through it, it definitely was just for exposure to all the concepts. I was coupling that with things like Professor Messer, ChatGPT, just to find some other free resources. Also use TryHackMe. That the UI was a little clunky for me, but a lot of people say it's a great thing to use. So it didn't work for me personally, but if it works for you, hey, by all means, go ahead. But the purpose of this channel essentially is just to, one, hold myself accountable in this, and two, also foster a space where other people feel welcomed, a community where people can hold each other accountable. Also just like a place where anybody from any field can just come, look, see what I have going on, and get inspired to follow their dreams or do whatever makes them happy in life. And just a little bit more into some of the things that I am doing to kind of help me get into this space. I've done some light work with some VMs using VirtualBox. I've used operating systems like Kali Linux. I've used Ubuntu, and I've, Windows. Everybody's used Windows. Have a little bit of, I won't say a ton of experience, but a little bit of experience in IAM, Identity Access Management. But again, this is all just things that I'm trying to, day by day, find something new to learn, add to my toolkit. I by no means aim to be a professional overnight. I know this is a slow and meticulous process, but I definitely do think this is something that will be worth it. Just to give a little bit more of an idea of who I am, why I'm doing this, and what you'll probably see here, I'll give you a little bit of what my short-term and long-term goals are. Some of my short-term goals essentially are, as a young college student in the Bay Area, I do have a fair amount of debt that I am working with, and I do have some bills that, just trying to keep up with and whatnot, as well as just trying to enjoy life and keep a healthy balance. At the moment, I wouldn't say I have too many heavy short-term goals. Most of them just are, well, we'll start here. I have my top 5. My top 5 are to finish my Google Cybersecurity cert. No, my bad. I have to finish my Google Cybersecurity cert. Little brain fart. But my 5 top goals are to finish my CompTIA Security Plus. I definitely would like to look more into the Network Plus and how beneficial that is. I would also like to land my first job in IT. A lot of people have suggested that that is the best starting point for somebody in my position. Number 4, I'd say just meeting some new people in the field, kind of trying to get a feel for what most of the work environments in this field are like. I know every different career has its different subset of people, working in it. And number 5, honestly, it's just to get as much experience as possible, whether that be furthering my home labs, talking to some of you guys, or just any type of development, really. Some of my long-term goals, I do want to use this as a vessel for some type of financial freedom. I don't want this to be my main thing funding my life, but I definitely do see the benefits in it. You have the potential to work from home. I do think that's very beneficial. A lot of these roles are 6-figure roles once you do get past the threshold of a 5-year experience, which considering how long we're alive isn't really long. And then lastly, I really just want the freedom to explore any other fields in life that I kind of just get interested in. I'm really big on being in the gym. I'm really big on physical fitness and health, so maybe one day I'll also start up physical training. But it all starts with just creating something solid and stable so I can even start putting my brain towards things like that. Now, just to kind of give an idea of what success would look like for me, of course I know this isn't linear and I know luck plays into it for some people, but just for me, my goal is to get my IT role, work that for about 6 to 8 months. Hopefully from there start getting some more certifications in the cloud, probably get my CCNA. I also touched on that earlier, talking about getting my network plus. Drop it in the comments if you guys know any other certifications or things that may help in getting into this path. I am still very much looking into it, but I do know my end goal is being a cloud engineer, a cloud security engineer. My apologies. But yeah, that's just a little bit more about me professionally. I'd like to kind of turn this on you guys a little bit. I'm not gonna ask too many questions. I know everybody here is kind of just starting out, most likely. So just in the comments, if you feel comfortable with it, let me know where you're starting from, what some things you're studying are, or if this is something you already have done, let me know some things that did help you in the past, or another thing I'm interested in knowing is what careers are you guys switching from? It doesn't have to be just from security into the tech field. It can be from tech to the healthcare field. It can be from healthcare into business. I'm really interested in it all. Just trying to get some more of those professional connections going. But as far as that goes, if you guys do have any questions for me, do let me know. I currently don't have a Substack, but I am working on that. I would like to start up a blog, but until then, you guys can follow my journey here. You can also go and find me on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Until then, I do appreciate you guys for stopping by. If you did appreciate this video, or if you did like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. I would appreciate it. Give me a subscribe or share. All of the above are welcome. If not, that's alright. Appreciate you for even giving it a view. But in the next video, I will try to go a little more into what some of the resources that I'm using to prepare myself for the CompTIA Security Plus are, and just how that may help you. Again, thank you again for stopping to watch this video. Appreciate you.